Hey guys! Welcome to a G-Site. Look who's back! Finally! After a long time, it's a mini reunion.
Where's the camera?
Look at the dock over there. Yeah, and today we're gonna cover Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which is why we're all together.
Yep.
Yeah. Because we are the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. Yep. So this is Marvel's latest installment, and it's actually their first original property. They haven't done one since Captain America, the first Avenger.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, it revolves basically around the main character is really Peter Quill, played by Chris Pratt. He's Star-Lord. It shows him as a kid when his mother dies, and right when his mother dies, he's kidnapped by some strange entity. It flashes forward to 20 years into the future, and he's already become like a smuggler, a mercenary. He gets into trouble with the Nova Corps, which is the intergalactic peacekeeping corps in the Marvel Universe.
Kind of like Green Lantern.
Yeah, exactly like the GL Corps. And it leads to him coming into conflict with basically Gamora, who works for Ronan the Accuser, and Thanos, as well as Rocket Raccoon and his bodyguard / plant.
Groot.
And while they're in prison in the kiln, another prisoner,
Drax,
kind of joins up with them, which is Dave Bautista, who's Mike's favorite wrestler of all time.
Apparently.
And they're trying to get this orb.
Yeah, the MacGuffin.
The MacGuffin, which is this orb, that's this mysterious orb. It turns out the orb includes one of the Infinity Gems in the Infinity Gauntlet, which is something that's gonna happen in the
all
future.
Marvel fans know.
Yeah, so there. It tells of how this group of outcasts basically come together. They become a team, and they become heroes, not just assholes.
Yeah.
You know?
Eagles.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like the whole time watching this movie, I was geeking out. I was geeking out, because like I've been reading the current iteration of the Guardians, which includes Drax, Gamora, Star-Lord, Rocket Raccoon, and it's really quite a cast.
Right.
Chris Pratt here is a breakout star, I think.
Yeah, because I've been a Chris Pratt fan since Parks and Recreation, because it's Andy Dwyer.
Yeah.
He's like the funniest goofball.
And who would have thought, right?
So when he was cast here, the first time I saw him getting in shape was in Moneyball, the Brad Pitt baseball.
And then Zero Dark
Then he
30.
did Zero Dark 30.
Oh yeah,
he was
even
in better shape. And now here he's got abs. So he's traidor to all of us because he's got abs now. He's rock hard and shit. And now he's really a lead actor.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, he works it.
Yeah. There's like, you don't think Andy the whole time you're watching this. You just think he's like, he's more like a Han Solo type of guy here.
Yeah.
More Han Solo, a bit more swagger. He could be Han Solo's younger nephew or whatever. Brother, and it works for him, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I think the breakout guy here is really Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, he was.
Rocket Raccoon.
Bradley Cooper.
This
is his best acting role ever. Ever. Okay.
He was too cool.
Yeah.
The voice. It was. I
Forget the Academy Award nomination.
You should win for this.
Years.
I nominate him, Rocket Raccoon.
Forget Limitless. Forget 18.
Yeah.
Forget all of that.
He's like Andy Serkis here. You just can't help but watch him. He's such a tragic character, but he's funny at the same time. So he really works here. You guys thoughts?
I know we haven't been
said
here a while.
anything.
I know. Okay, fine. I'll go to my directorial parts.
Go.
Okay, the nice thing about, I guess for me and Mike, we don't have no idea who these people are.
Right.
And I think we enjoyed it, right?
Yeah,
it was
I had a lot of fun with
it. It was so freaking awesome. How do you see it? Okay, I've been reading the Wes Anderson book, so I'm going to talk from an author point of view, right?
Shoot.
A director, an author nowadays, they should know their history. They should know their past.
Yes.
And James Gunn knows his past.
Yeah.
His homages are all over it. But again, as usual, if you steal the right ones.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, who did you see?
Well, Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Yeah, Raiders.
And every single surprise killing, wherever that's all Raiders, right? And then Star Wars, of course. Like with the Emperors. And again, anyway, basta, he blasted him too, But basically, that joke up and running over again. Well, those are the two.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you know, you know what he stole from,
Yeah.
but at the same time he did it correctly. It's a trick, right? It's a magic, and he has it.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been easy to do just play it straight, but then all the 80s music, the homage
70s,
70s, that's what made it
eventually like 60s pa, nag-Motown na sa dulo.
That's why he was distinguishing it from other, typical sci-fi fare.
Because that's the thing with comics, we love reading comics, we love reading books, but there's no audio.
Yeah.
So when you finally see the movie and the soundtrack is playing,
That's true.
it adds a whole new element to the whole thing.
Right.
That's why I'm downloading that soundtrack later tonight.
Yeah.
But this
Awesome
guy,
Mix Volume 1.
Yeah, Awesome Mix Volume 1 and Volume 2.
but honestly, I mean, like the fact that you said, it really looked comic-y,
Yes.
but it
Colors.
didn't look bad. You know what I mean? Parang it was like it was like, remember Dick Tracy?
Yeah.
It was a crap ass movie, but it was all color.
Right.
This one was exactly the same way. Diba? Parang when he fell into that yellow pit, it was like
Yellow,
Very bright.
Yeah,
Very
very
bright.
bright. And then the art, I mean, like the spaceships, they were really like, parang comics come to life.
Yeah.
And he pulled it off, and his Sky Captain, leather
Yeah,
jacket.
yeah,
It was like, it was like lots of stuff. And of course, the biggest homage, of course, would be to Nathan Fillion. And
Fillion, Because it's very the dialogue I felt was very Joss Whedon.
Exactly, Josh Whedon. Very,
Because it was like, it was all tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
They were always talking about all the tropes of sci-fi, and like the dialogue is very, making fun of itself as it goes along.
Yeah, that was my worry that it would be just Firefly with more money or Serenity with more money, but it wasn't. It was like he knew Josh Whedon's style. He added that into it, and he pulled it off.
Yeah.
Diba?
Like,
What do I have to say? Okay. I feel out of place because I haven't read it like
Doesn't
you.
matter. Just based on the movie.
in
Okay.
this group of 4, only JB has read this version of Guardians.
Yeah.
So there's 2 versions?
Yeah.
After.
Okay.
You go
Alright.
first.
No. What can I say? For a comic book movie and for a movie that's science fiction, it's really, really well done.
Yeah.
And I think the problem I had with a lot of movies for like back then, because I've started watching movies again. Like for the last couple of years, I just stopped.
Alright.
And I didn't like the way they would like do CGI and everything here, but the way they did the sets, the way they just fused live action shots with the CGI was just so perfect and so
Seamless.
beautiful,
Yeah.
very seamless.
Yeah.
So I was really excited, for the other stuff coming out afterwards, just based on what I saw here visually. Batista sucks. He should burn in hell, and I really hoped his character died, even though he was one of the good guys. I mean, everyone else in that entire group was excellent, just excellent, except for Batista. He sucks. It was fun for me to see Karen Gillan bald, and finally see.
I thought she was hot.
Oh yeah,
She was hot.
Wait, have you been part of Doctor Who yet when she comes in with
No,
not yet?
No.
Although it was kind of funny.
Kissogram.
Doctor?
Bond.
Yeah, in her accent was pretty good. She's British, right? And
Scottish.
Scottish.
No, but here's the thing though, I kind of feel like they sort of digitally tried to edit out the Scot from her accent.
Well, they could have. They
They
didn't.
could.
Because she's got a new TV show where she's going to be American.
Oh, she does?
It's called Selfie. Yeah, so
Oh,
she,
that's the naked pictures for.
yeah.
Nice.
So there. Anyway, like I was saying earlier, my Guardians of the Galaxy familiarity
Vance
was
Astro.
with the old team from the 80s, the 70s, which is Vance Astro, Yondu,
Who was here as
Martin
well?
X, Charlie 23,
Right. Starhawk.
yeah, those guys.
Those are the classics.
So, I've been hearing about this version of Guardians, but I had no familiarity with them at all. I mean, I hear about them from Annihilation and stuff. Of course, I was curious, and I found out just a couple of weeks back that Star-Lord was co-created by a Pinoy, which is Steve Gann. So that's interesting. So when I finally saw this, I was like, hey man, it's just an entertaining movie. It's just really a fun movie. And I couldn't help but feel kind of sad because if Marvel could pull off something like this, Interstellar and stuff, why couldn't DC do it with Green Lantern? Which really ticked me off. Because, the Nova Corps is a direct rip-off of the Green Lantern Corps. It always has been, always will be. So why the fuck couldn't DC do this properly with Green Lantern? Okay, they fixed stuff with Man of Steel and with the Dark Knight series, but, that bugs me. But, this was a really, really good movie. I really think that the music was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Huge deal.
Yeah.
And Joey kept going, wow, what a cast, what a cast. It's like, they picked the right actors for these characters.
Right.
Even a villain like